for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
On second down, back to Henderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, Whitfield. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Again, it's Henderson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Henderson now on first and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Hilliard now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The Cowboys did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On 3rd down, Whitfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give for Henderson running to the right. They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 108 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They run once more with Henderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Looking to throw. Whitfield. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Hilliard now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To the right side, this is Henderson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
They've certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
Third and long for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Prescott now. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead. Garibay on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Garibay on to attempt the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Set set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Henderson running straight ahead. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Whitfield. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Whitfield. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That gain on third down, good for 28. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first